What's up, everybody?
Got this. I think I got this, dude. This is a nightmare. I cannot believe this, man.
You got
You
this.
gotta be kidding me, dude. It won't stay fucking still. Alright, just give me a heads up when we go live.
We are live.
Of course we are. Why wouldn't we be?
I gotta do like some kind of countdown for you.
Oh, Jesus. This thing's on full blast. Now I'm being that dude. Yeah.
Well,
Awesome.
Sorry for us being late. For everybody that was waiting, we had we're trying to rearrange Ray Rock's camera here. Welcome.
Don't put that on me. It's all Dave's fault.
Okay.
Oh man, this camera. I'm all right. All right.
All right. I'll hold it down while you fix your technical issues over there, Ray Rock. Welcome everybody.
My life is a technical issue. Sorry. Go ahead, dude. Go ahead. Sorry.
Welcome to episode 65 of the Morning Glory podcast. I'm here with my co-host, as always, Mr. Ray Rock. What's going on, buddy?
What's up, y'all? Sorry, I'm a hot mess right now, so just bear with me for a second. And
hey, you know what? It happens with equipment. It happens.
Equipment. It's a cell phone. How difficult can this be? Jesus, Christmas. All right, I got this. I think. All right, I'm just not gonna touch nothing, and everything's gonna be just fine.
So I'm guessing we should explain first of all. Dayton is not here with us this week.
Right.
He's on vacation. Is that right, Ray Rock?
Actually, you are wrong. He is on holiday, Coop.
Oh, pardon me for my bad English.
Come on, that's bad English, man. That's bad English. But yes, that is why our lovable, contagious, smiling third idiot is not with us today. He is on holiday with his family. And if you did not know, his daddy's birthday was yesterday. So please give that man a happy birthday shout out, even if it's belated.
Absolutely. I will get to that after the podcast is over. I'm a little bit behind with stuff. I've been off of social media and then YouTubing for the past week, going to the gym and that. So I've been
going to the gym.
Oh, I've been going on this diet. Like, man, I was like, you know what? It's the summer. It's my off season before football comes back. I want to actually like focus on myself this summer. So okay. I've been. I must admit, I've been doing the Slim Fast.
What? Dude, I'm on a tasty cake diet. It's working out real good for me.
I swear, I'm having Slim Fast right now for breakfast, and then after a workout, I'm having a Slim Fast. I have about 2 of those a day. So,
Coop, you do realize you're not fat, right?
A lot of people think I am.
I don't think you are, and they say the camera adds weight.
But in public, everybody's always saying that. I'm a bit too heavy.
Maybe they're just hating because they want to look as good as you.
You know what? I will put it this way. People just don't like me because of my appearance.
Touche, man.
I look too untrustworthy.
Why is this paused?
I look too untrustworthy for people. All right? It's because...
you got a kind face. What is this?
I have a fucking nose.
I refuse.
Ukrainian.
What is going on? Hold on. Oh, man, this is Coop.
No, yeah, what happened on your
end? All right, what is happening?
You're fine,
I can't interact. Oh, hi, Kim.
Hi, Kim. If you can't interact, oh, that's weird.
I am so, dude. Between taking care of an 84, 5, 6, I forget how old he is, with 4 different cancers, and my nieces being here and sister-in-law, it's very calm. It's not hectic at all. Not at all. Not in the least bit. Everything's calm.
My first of all, my thoughts are always with your family, and I'll send my wishes to all of them. Hopefully they're all
appreciate it, brother.
And hey, so first of all, I want to mention right now, anybody that's having problems watching this is because I have this link as unlisted, and it's only I have it for Patreon for people to watch on Patreon right now. because I want to try something different with the side with not the other podcast.
Oh, sorry.
Is something wrong with your neck?
Yeah, it hurts.
Oh. Man, I've been having a lot of back issues too. It's probably been always leeching out. Like, I don't know how to actually like. How do you like? Am I supposed to be like this all the time, or do I have to be like this all the time? But like my back is always hurt.
They say posture. I don't know something about posture, but I don't. Oh my God, this phone.
We need to get him a stand.
That's the problem. It's on a stand, but right now it's sitting on my hi-hat right now, and it keeps wanting to slide. And it's driving me bananas because I have it charging because the battery's almost dead, and then I got these ridiculous things, and now I got my tablet, I think, because you taught me how to flip this thing around. I've been looking at the back of my phone for the first 9 episodes, or where are we at? Just
I don't know how many episodes, but at least it's over 10. It's
I can only count to 6.
The 10 episode anniversary, I guess. I don't know. It could be. It could be over 11, but once we get to 25, we'll have a celebration.
25. What episode is this?
This is episode 65.
65. Just seen that. Sorry. I got this 11-inch screen right next to me, and Coop.
It's fine, man. It's fine. That's why we all enjoy you guys. It's like Indigo's in here having fun with us and that. She says, "Stop putting yourselves down." She says.
Oh shit! Oh shoot me. Are we like extra or not extra?
You're starting to get my slurring. You're starting to learn my words. I stutter all the time. Hey, I think it should be part of my app where I stutter a little bit and I go, "God fucking damn it," and go on a big rant.
Let me go on before you. I'll help you out there. All right, how do I refresh this?
Refresh?
Yeah, because I'm still stuck on the original. Let's try this again.
There should be a little circle button with the refresh thing. I don't know what on your tablet it's different, right? So I'm on a computer.
A little bit, but all right, here we go. Clicking on the link.
All right, well, Ray Rock.
Oh, there we go. Okay, it's all good.
Well, Ray Rock's doing that stuff. We can hear him having his technical issues.
Sorry, y'all.
It's all right, but I just want to give a shout out to Dayton and all his family that are on holiday right now, I guess. By the way, it pisses me off when on Christmas, when instead everybody says Happy Holidays instead of Merry Christmas. Do you agree with that, Ray Rock? Do you
As a matter of fact, I do.
You agree with that?
I agree. Well, wait. You saying instead of saying Happy Holidays, say Merry Christmas?
Yes.
I agree. So
you don't like when people say Happy Holidays?
Well, I wouldn't say I don't like it, but I prefer. What the fuck?
Well, you're doing fine. It's adding humor to the podcast too.
So here's the thing. I'm using my cell phone right now to do this, okay?
Yep.
And I got like 5 different people texting me right now. So I got to switch back over to the tablet and just read off the.
See, what you do is you turn off the cell to oh wait, you need this to use the data.
Mm-hmm.
The life of a businessman.
This is bananas, dude. All right, so I'm gonna just go ahead and ignore the.
Let's just first of all, this is my fault for wanting to do something different and make sure that people get their money's worth on Patreon, because the whole thing is I want people to actually like. There's no graphics when we do this live or anything. It's just a Google Hangout. So when I do this live, I actually take it. I actually put it on private after, and then that way people can't watch the actual episode after.
Gotcha.
And then I put graphics over it, and it usually takes me like the rest of the day or next morning to get the graphics up. And that's the version that I want the public to watch. So
okay. I gotcha.
So that's why, and then I'll actually replay it live. That way I get to be in the chat to make sure things are going smoothly. I can actually interact with people that are asking stuff. And then, did you just hurt yourself again?
Mm-mm.
It's not the goddamn same finger again, is it? I don't know what's going on with Ray Rock this morning. Hopefully he's okay. I'll just get back to doing what I think. I also want to clarify something on my my YouTube channels or anything, that I will not deal with racism or homophobia or any hate towards women, anything like that. We all, if you hate somebody just because they're gay or bi or they're different skin color, if you take advantage of,
I'm so sorry about that. My bad, dude.
it's all right. It's all right. I'm just explaining to everybody right now that I'm not dealing with racism, homophobia, anything like that on my YouTube channel or any of my stuff. So,
smart move, because everybody's got to be so politically correct. What happened to just joking around and taking it at face value? You know?
Well, I mean, there is a joke line, but then when there's jokes towards like a white person that thinks it's okay to use the N-word towards black people.
I agree with that. That's not cool at all.
That's kind of my line, where it's no, that's not funny. That's the Jerry Seinfeld line, you know?
Yeah. It is.
You know that fucking interview with Chris Rock,
Yes.
Louis C.K. First of all, I've always hated Louis C.K.
Excuse me. Sorry.
So a lot of people might hate that, what I just said. I just said that I've never liked Louis C.K. So it's everybody's got their own sense of humor, what they liked. But
Wait, Louis? You don't like Louis?
I don't like Louis C.K.
I liked his shoot. There was two of them that were friggin' hilarious. But I think I told you this before. Jim Jeffries kind of reminds me of you. What am I hearing now?
Well, at least thanks for comparing me to Jim Jeffries.
Man. Can you check your DMs right now?
Yeah, I can check my DMs while I'm talking.
You should do that.
Okay. Let me check. Why okay. So this person has been he's been wanting to actually watch the podcast, and he told me to send you a message.
Okay.
This is from Tell Ray the one next podcast surprise Ray with someone said good morning slap nuts.
Yeah.
All right, he says what's up. So that's what the DM.
Appreciate it, H.
That's what's going on there. So that's okay. So
back calls me on the phone. That's how he answers. He goes, "What's up, slap nuts?"
Oh, you guys are ridiculous. All right, back. The ADHD is kicked in, where we just lost traffic.
Oh yeah. I'm trying to not move. Oh, by the way, what happened was when I threw my hand. See what? All right, please. All right, you see this symbol right here?
Yeah.
Well, did you ever get a really bad paper cut?
Yeah.
Well, when you hit the edge of a symbol, really bad paper cut, and they bleed a lot.
Oh, I did not know that.
See, I put in blood, sweat, and tears into this stuff, man. So I hope y'all appreciate this. I bleed for you guys.
All right,
bleed for you, Coop. Okay, Gotta die, brother.
We're going into a writing group after we're figuring out a joke how to put that on stage.
How many times can we get Ray Rock to bleed? Holy shit.
What's going on?
Sorry, 3 cars just pulled my driveway. No idea who they. I think one of them. This is a squirrel. Now make that 4 cars. There's a lot of cars in my driveway right now. I don't know what's going on.
Neither do I, but oh Jesus.
Who is this?
So back to what we were talking about. There was an interview that, or like they tried to sit down with the greatest comics, with Ricky Gervais, Jerry Seinfeld, Chris Rock, and Louis C.K.
Okay.
I think Ricky Gervais also said the N-word. There was Louis C.K. said the N-word.
We're doing a podcast right now. Why, you want to be on TV? Here, what do you mean you're good? Hold on, Coop. We got a surprise guest. Pop just walked in.
Hey,
Say
Pop.
hello to Pop, everybody.
Hey, Pop.
Uh-oh. And we got another Pop in the room.
Hey.
We got 2 Pops in the room. What's up, fellas? We're alive and alive. Did that make any sense? I'm not sure.
Well, this has been a lot of fun.
Yeah, it's a very calm day. Nothing going on here at all. Nothing.
Don't worry, it happens with all of us. It's usually Dayton on his end where he's got the family right.
Oh man, it's bananas, dude.
At least we know that there's always something going on.
There's 2 60-year-olds outside with their faces pressed up against my window, fucking with me. Now I'm getting mooned. Are you kidding me? Grow up. Sorry. I'm sorry. All right.
Oh,
you got me. Sorry. They left. I don't have to see 2 ass cheeks or how many? Is that 4 or?
I don't know, but we got to get back on track here because we've only got an hour for this.
I'm sorry, Coop. Go ahead.
All right. Well, so back to what I was saying. There was an interview with Ricky Gervais, Louis C.K., Chris Rock, and Jerry Seinfeld. And during that time, I think Louis C.K. and Chris Rock were talking to each other that they were working, and Louis C.K. just kept saying the N-word. And it's like he was saying it was like no problem. So Chris Rock apparently doesn't have an issue with it, but a lot of people do. You know, a lot of people
with what you said about what you don't want to do, correct?
Basically,
the racism,
yeah,
or homophobia and all that other stuff.
Yeah. So this is what I mean is just a lot of people attacked Chris Rock after because he thinks it's not right for Louis C.K. to say the N-word. And Chris Rock is allowing it.
Did Louis ever do that?
Yeah. So
he did.
Yeah, he was on a interview where he just while they were all together, he was just saying the N-word, and he said that it's okay. Me and Chris do it all the time because we work together, and I'm allowed to say it around him. So to me, and then Jerry Seinfeld kicked in, and he's like, no, that's not right. I don't think that's funny at all.
Louis, he don't give a damn either way.
Right, but that's
fortunately, like I said, I'm sorry, I don't mean to interrupt you, but Jim Jeffries, you remind me a lot of him in certain aspects, and I know you know who Jim is.
Yeah,
the dude's hilarious. Why?
I've seen his first one on Netflix. I loved his first one, but since then I have not really they've been more storytelling, and I'm not really a storyteller that kind of do that much.
That's me.
Oh, yeah, it's some people like storytelling. You know, some people. For me, this is why podcasts exist, so we can tell stories like this. Right?
Agreed.
It gives us more time to tell stories like this instead of going on a stage where you only have an hour and you have to. The point is to try and get as many jokes out there to the public in that certain amount of time. Right?
Okay.
So instead, I would rather get the people laughing as much as possible rather than them sitting for 10 minutes and trying to listen to a story and then just the punchline is kind of weak at the end, you know? Or it could be really strong. You know, some people take that route where they just tell something and it goes really strong at the end. It could be just as simple as maybe just I don't know, maybe a period joke like I tell.
You know what cracks me up about your live stand-up is the fact that you laugh at your own jokes, and that sounds like myself because I'd be cracking up, but I don't know, for some reason when you start laughing it makes me laugh, and it's just a cycle. It's
a very goofy laugh. I'm not gonna hide it, people. I've got a fucking goofy laugh. I've got like the Jimmy Carr laugh. Have you ever heard this laugh? I think I've talked about this before.
And yes, you definitely do.
I'm gonna do it again.
Oh my gosh. No. Hey, Coop. I don't. Oh, dude. I am like all thumbs today. This is. I almost said something that just went against what you just don't want to do. I don't know if that will come on. It's not racist. I don't think.
Well, I just wanted to clarify something that just during that interview, I'm with Jerry Seinfeld crew, where it's just I don't think it's okay to even say that, especially for white people even saying that,
No.
It's like,
well, you know what? Truth be told, I mean, I could see like behind closed doors type deal,
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's.
But,
I will tell you this. There was R.I.P. Ralphie May. If you guys know who Ralphie May is, probably
I do. The skinny guy, right?
Oh, he would. Okay, me and Ralphie May have history together, where he was like one of the first comics to actually follow me on Twitter, and I started learning from him. I kind of pissed him off with a joke.
Really? You pissed off Ralphie May?
Oh yeah, no. I said this is what I wrote to Ralph. I said Ralphie May should star in a film called Life of Pi.
That's genius.
He hated it.
Why? Other than the fact that kind of already exists. Wait, no, it was just called Pi, right? The movie that came out, the kid with the lion or something like that shit.
Right, and then but obviously my joke was Pi with P-I-E.
Oh, of course.
So
I went all mathematical on you there. The
no.
Chinese.
No, it's no. That's why. It's like for me, I didn't know that either. So that's what I mean is when I started off doing comedy, my brain did not go to that as a joke. It went to that as everybody likes eating pie, and I thought it would just be a simple joke. I did not know it was going to be it was a fat joke.
Excuse me.
So that is the reason why. It's like me and Ralphie called me out on Twitter saying, "Oh, you shouldn't go after people that are trying to help you in the comedy industry." Kind of thing. So
you weren't going after him. You were trying to help the dude out.
I just tried making a joke, and obviously he didn't like it. But that's when I've learned that just people are too sensitive. So it's like weird. It's like he told me also that I'm too emotional as a comedian.
What?
Yeah, so it's like other comedians out there, they're tough, they're hard. Like Ralphie May, he went. This is the whole purpose of what I'm trying to bring around here. Ralphie May told a joke on stage where he tried saying where he said the N-word. Okay, he was saying the N-word in his joke, and he wanted to call it the same thing as something delicious, like crackers, like what a delicious cracker kind of thing. It's like
okay. Yeah,
so he wanted to make a joke similar to that, where he just like, these are delicious. Like, so that is what I mean. It's like some people out there like that kind of comedy where they go over that borderline. That's like, to me, I don't find that funny at all. But Ralphie May is a 5 platinum comedy album comedian at the same time, right? But also, he went on a downward spiral at the end of his career where he got divorced to his wife. He was unhappy and everything like that, and then he ended up passing away too early, right? So
wait, Ralphie died?
Yeah, Ralphie's dead.
Is he?
Yeah,
I didn't know that.
Right.
Indigo Whispers. I like that.
Indigo, what's up, Indigo? So yeah, it's weird. I even sent out a tweet saying, "Wow, I'm like, even though me and Ralphie had our battles back and forth,
how cool is that anyway? Even like they say, any publicity is good publicity. But you know what? I'm just gonna lock myself in my room for the rest of the day, if I could. Maybe in like a padded room or something where I don't have to talk and all that, because I just
that sounds
talk, please say something, please.
Well, here let me just finish off what I wanted to say about Ralphie, man, because he was one of the greatest comedians of all time. So he's going to be in the history books. He went borderline over what he wanted to do. But at the same time, I do not. Every comic is different in their own way, and I do not want to be like another person. I do not want to be this comedian that just goes and tells stereotyping jokes or anything like that.
No, be you. You're fine.
Exactly.
I mean, you're getting your footing. You know, like you said, the more you doing it, the more you're. You know, you gotta. You know, you could sit in the mirror and practice and do all that, but until you're in front of live people,
it's really weird because I'm getting now like attacked by now other comics because the fact that just they don't like how dry my comedy is on stage, but also most of the time, like, yeah, it's that's what people call me, I guess.
I wouldn't take you as a dry comedian.
They also think I'm very scripted, so
scripted.
Yeah, scripted. That means like rehearsing and just making sure things are in order, kind of thing. So that's what I do, kind of thing.
All right. So they're just criticizing you. They're not giving you constructive criticism. They're just criticizing.
Yeah, they're basically thinking that I don't belong, I guess.
Oh,
so
well, I got 2 words for them guys.
You know, I'll go back to like. I'm in a local town of like 12,000 people. Years ago, they started up a comedy thing out here where I got to go to the first couple of shows. But since then, I have never been booked in my hometown. And instead, they're bringing other people. Yeah, they're not booking me for some reason.
You know what, dude? You know what's going to be the biggest FU is when you have your own HBO special in like 4 or 5 years because you're just a kid yet. So you got plenty of time to do this.
Yep.
So you know what?
I also want.
And you know what? You're better than that. So screw that. I got the last laugh thing and all that. Just do your thing, and if they're gonna hate, let them hate. But don't let that.
Yeah, see, that's what I mean. Is the most important thing I've learned about being a comedian is you have to go alone most of the time in order to focus.
Yeah. Well, it's a cutthroat business being a comedian. I mean, I guess anything where what's going to put you on TV is cutthroat. But from what I hear about comedians, you guys are savage, man. But you don't strike me as the type that you're just a nice dude. You know what I mean? That happens to be funny. And
I can be mean when I go on rants.
I hear that, but you look like a comedian, if that makes any sense. Is that stereotyping or profiling?
Yeah, it's fine. I get that a lot. It's like, you look funny.
I mean, you really do, and just I don't know. It's just certain names where like you can name. I swear, people start naming their kids, be like, yeah, that sounds like a football player's name or a basketball player's name, and boom, next thing you know, there they are in the NBA or WNBI or FUCK or whatever, one of them things,
Well, just remember that you also want to build your own brand as a comedian, and for me, I'm definitely one of the comedians that have taken advantage of social media.
But you should. The platform's there. Why not?
Yeah, I'm. That's kind of why it's like. First of all, that's why I was a finalist for Best Comedian for the Shorty Awards.
Where'd you finish at, if you don't mind my asking? I forget what you told me the answer to this. I forget.
What's that? What did I finish?
You said you were one of the top.
So basically, the Shorty Awards is the best in social media. And for that year, it was the year where they picked 3 comedians, and the public got to vote in 3.
That's it.
So I came second in voting.
Okay.
So I was a finalist for that, and then I got my name on a video, and Bill Nye, the science guy, got to know who I am. Woo!
No way, you know Bill Nye?
No. He probably knows me though because I was on a fucking projector.
Fair enough.
You gotta realize all these celebrities like Hannibal Buress probably knows who I am now. Mindy Kaling probably knows who I am now. All these celebrities were at these Shorty Awards. And my name with my face and everything popped up there. So they all recognize who I am out there in the public. So I'm glad for what I did. I just you all you got to take advantage of what you've been given and be the first to also be the one to do it too, right? You got to be the first to get to it before anybody else.
Exactly.
So that when there's a new app that comes out, like a new video app, I think people should go to that app right away, take advantage of it before it gets popular, like I did. You know, that's why I went to Periscope, live streaming, and everything like that. I made a huge name for my name that way. I met a lot of people, a lot of other comedians that way. I met my comedy coach that way. So it's like
really,
yeah. So it's we're in the age where you should be taking advantage of anything possible, and it's a very lonely life that you have to live in order to like brand yourself out there. That's all. So that was
you're kicking ass, buddy. You got it.
It's my job is to keep building my set. That's all I'm supposed to do, right?
You know, if I could swing back around to this whole posture thing, I'm always sitting like this. And it's starting to hurt. My back hurt. Well, I do have 2 slip discs, but ever since I busted my ankle, I don't feel my back anymore. I just feel my ankle. But
man, today I'm actually going to a doctor's appointment. And
oh yeah, for care to share or
everything. I am fucking just hurting everywhere. I am fucking like I go sometimes cuckoo, and I need to, and I need some kind of calmer. You know, the weed helps definitely.
I was just gonna say the weed ain't doing it for you.
It's sometimes I do not like the fact I'm around an environment where I can't do anything about it, right? So
you never thought about chill pills?
Well, just imagine that I'm around somebody that has a history of beating women, and somehow they think that they're better than me.
I would want to punch that dude in the face. I can't stand guys that beat women. It drives me friggin' insane.
But for some reason, I have to be around people like this, right? And
nice.
Apparently, that's me. And it's like, what the fuck is normal now? Is it normal?
There is no such thing. There's no such thing.
I mean, it's like crazy. Apparently, people think it's normal just to like be racist and hate and homophobic and everything like that. Apparently, they think that's normal. But people like me, like comedians.
Sorry about that. Did I blow that smoke in your face? That was my bad, dude. My bad.
Apparently, comedians are fucking nutcases.
I would like to hope to think so, yes.
So we're not normal. But yet, like, for me, I don't, like, go and, like, hate anybody for anything, right? So.
Well, you know what? You're a different breed. But you're going to be all right, dude. So trust that.
It's, like, weird. It's, like, I don't know. It's, like, what is normal now? So. I don't think
there's no such thing as normality. Like you said, you just gotta be you. You know, just I mean, you could take little bits and pieces from other people that you like, but make it you. And that's what I've done my whole life. And now you have the idiot that is sitting before you.
We just need the other idiot to tell us what proper English we need to tell.
Oh man, I don't know. Indigo, have we been politically correct so far? Speaking wise.
That's right, Indigo probably is she's the substitute for our English today.
I'm normal, Kim says. Oh my god. No, you're not, Kim. Sorry to break the news to you.
You know what I should do in graphics? Because like when I do the graphics, people can't see the live chat and everything. I should make graphics for the live chat whenever people like chat, and I should put like my own little sidebar with graphics and everybody. I just want to put more effort into our shows and shit, people. That's all.
Hey, dude, just doing this is plenty of effort.
By the way,
go ahead.
By the way, these right here are THC gel capsules.
You're such a dick, man.
And
you're shaking shit in my face that I can't have.
And they don't fucking work.
Oh, well then.
That's what I mean.
Or finish them.
Maybe I should just take all of them at once to see if that works. Because
that's what I'm saying. That sounds safe. That's probably safe.
Anyways, but like
2 don't work. Let's try 20. Let's take 20 of these bad boys and see how this plays out.
I'm just disappointed because this is my very first order from the government of Canada with cannabis.
Streamlabs. That's a good idea. Indigo said use Streamlabs.
Oh, we can't do Streamlabs unless we use.
Yes, you can, Kim. Yeah. Anytime you want to.
Streamlabs is free for OBS, but I have to buy some program for $99 a month in order to get proper.
What?
Yeah, for you guys, I have to get proper audio with because Macs are fucking out. They screw everything over and they want people to pay more. That's all.
Well, if we start doing live donations, I want 95%. Okay, I think that's fair, right? It's your show. You get 5. I get 95, right?
I swear, I think we should just start a Morning Glory podcast, like our own Patreon. That way, our own channel. That way, all three of us, everything goes towards that, and everything goes towards the show. Anybody that wants to donate towards money towards the show, they can. That way, we can upgrade to make the show better for you guys. That's the whole point of why we do this, is to have fun, right? So.
Well, yeah.
Anyways, man, what? You speaking of me like fucking stuttering there.
Welcome to my world.
Maybe the capsules do work. I'm just fucking baked. I don't realize it. But
about that time.
Let's go to what we usually do, and that is, you know what time it is for, right, Rock?
Let's do the weird news, dude. Let's do it, man.
It's time for the weekly weird news segment. All right. So, first of all, do you have any weird news that you came across lately?
Yes, I do.
All right. Let's hear it.
It's not weird news that I came across or read about. It's weird news that I have seen this week. The whole wildlife. All right. So I guess about 3 days ago, maybe 4. I was in here doing something. No, I'm sorry. I was in the garage getting hummingbird feeders, right?
Right.
So I come back out, and there's turkey running across the driveway, like to the other side of the property. So I'm like, okay, I wonder why they're running, So here comes 4 wolves. I'm sorry, not wolves, foxes. And they're like running. They're not like full speed running after, what I thought was the turkey. But anyway, the turkey get to like behind the house, you know what I'm saying? And they bang a left, the turkey. Okay, so they go out of sight. So then all of a sudden here come the wolves. And they're like doing like a power jog, you know what I mean? They're not like hauling ass chasing these turkey. So all of a sudden, the wolves bang a right, So I'm like, okay, maybe they weren't chasing them. So it was just a weird thing to just walk out to, like, okay, here comes 5 turkey just running, and, here comes 4 foxes that I thought was chasing them, and they weren't. I forget the punchline here, but...
There were fucking wolves that came across you?
Not wolves, foxes. I always get that because I want to say wolf pack, but it's not a wolf pack, it's a fox pack. And they're like mid-sized dog size, like boxers or Rottweilers or something like that. Actually, that's a pretty big fox.
The foxy L. What does the fox say? That's probably what they were doing, is they were trying to tell the turkeys how to tell the song.
They must have been like, yeah, come here, you motherfucker.
What does the fox say? Gobble, 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 gobble.
Dude, the stuff that happens around here is mind-blowing. And you're just sitting here and this stuff's happening, Like, I guess I can't get it. I mean, I would drive people nuts at this stuff I could post on Twitter, but I just...
That is one thing about the weird news I wanted to bring up, and I'm glad you brought it up, is because one of the weird news has happened is apparently there was a break and entry into somebody's home. And they went downstairs, and they found out that the burglar was a deer. And I'm pretty
yeah, okay, yeah. I want to hear this.
So I'm pretty sure that a lot of people have came across invaders in their houses before. Or have you guys ever, like Ray Rock? I'm sure you've had many encounters. Have you ever had an intruder?
Of course, many of them, as a matter of fact. Now, let me start with the worst, and I'll go back and I'll taper it down to the funniest. If I may do a little Ray Rock storytelling time. Is that okay with
Sure,
everybody?
I mean, like, yeah, I can tell you. I'll just say that the only invader I had was a slug.
Did you put salt on it? Turn it into a
no,
booger?
it was there were 2 slugs and they were going to war. So I videotaped it, called Slug Wars. So
oh my God.
It's this 40-minute video of me.
A 40-minute video of slugs? That's like watching paint dry, man.
It was a lot more exciting than you thought because it was this big ass slug that was going for 2 other slugs, and it took half an hour for it to like kick on.
Yeah, I knew because they move slower than the speed of smell. So
let's go back to your invader story.
All right, intruders. So my place has there's a side door, right over here, and then there's a front door. Well, a bear, full grown. I don't know if it was a mama or a papa bear. Either this thing was gigantic, right? And this thing on the side deck wants to come in. So it ripped the door off the hinges.
What?
And literally booted the door in. Now, we're going back, say, 5 years ago, something like that.
Holy shit.
This bear boots its way in. Now, when you go into that particular area of the house, there's a glass sliding door, which it, couldn't figure it out, you know what I mean, how to get in. So it wrecked shop in the whole den, which sucks because it's such a beautiful room. And it went out, it drug the screen door with, not screen door, it's like a pretty solid, well, quote, screen door. And that was it. It just, whatever food was in there, the mini fridge was, emptied, with like, I don't even know how many cans of whatever was in there were all busted open, which was fun cleaning up all that soda and all that sticky stuff and all that.
Oh, fuck.
So
good.
That was, I guess you would say, one of the scariest things, except for the raccoon, the rabid raccoon. Did I already tell that story on here?
No, you haven't told that story. But first of all, okay, so let me just get this. A bear broke into your house.
Yes.
And ruined part of your den, right?
Yes. And
they broke the glass door and the screen door and that?
Exactly.
What happened after? I mean, did like police come or like?
So, well, here's the funny part. No, they didn't. Called 911, right, to get a hold of animal control, right? They hung up on us, thinking we're joking around. We're in the friggin' Poconos. There's bear all over here, okay? Get hung up on. I'm like,
wow.
You call 911 with kind of an emergency, like all the chaos had calmed down, you know what I mean? So finally, 2 days later, they decide to come out. And they see the doors all, messed up and all that. And they're like, oh, you were serious? I'm like, what, you think we just called 911 because we got nothing better to do? Are you kidding me? So, yeah. So, actually, that was 911 hanging up on that deal.
Wow.
Yeah. So, that was fun. But homeowners insurance apparently pays for all that stuff to get fixed. So, that was nice.
Okay, well, thank God that the insurance and everything paid for that and make sure. Okay.
So, on the lighter side, see the deer, which is weird because you just said one broke into someone's house, yes?
Yeah. Yeah, there was a deer that they found out it was a deer.
Was it running from something and just trying to, like, get safe somewhere? Or
just messing around trying to find stuff.
So, speaking of deer, I don't know if you noticed, but I have one or two around here from time and time again.
Maybe, I don't know. You're probably holding them for Santa.
I do. I'm actually an elf. I'm a 6'1" elf. I'm like Will Ferrell. They put me in Misfit Land. So.
Did I ever tell you how I actually got to see Santa? I was on a TV show live.
Absolutely not. And
so I actually, like, for Christmas there was they do a local, like, TV show with Santa Claus for the kids where they call in. Yep. It was all of New Brunswick. Oh, where's he going?
Did you say New Brunswick?
Yeah. This show broadcasts all across New Brunswick, Canada. So there was supposed to be an elf that was supposed to be the sidekick of Santa, but she didn't show up.
Okay.
So they had to add me in there.
Yeah.
So I went on live provincial television as an elf.
That is just straight up hilarious.
So I took live. It's all right. It's fine. We got to get. Okay, that's another thing we need to do is invest in.
Coop, I'm losing my shit here, dude.
It's fine. As long as
yeah, this is just perfect.
Hopefully things didn't break, did they?
No, just my drums.
No, it's fine. It's okay. So just let me know when you're good to go. I'll finish off the story.
I am attentively listening while looking for something.
All right. Well,
does that work?
To pop it off, they put me live with a headpiece to take phone calls, and I had to wear like elf ears and that. And my name was Jingles the Elf.
Oh, that is not going away anytime soon. You are for now on Jingles.
I hope someday I get to look up Rogers TV in Fredericton, New Brunswick, and find this video footage of Jingles the Elf on Rogers TV. And
I hope so too, Jingles, because that's hilarious.
I even got a phone call from a kid that goes, "Hey Santa, by the way, your elf is cute." The fucking directors are laughing their asses off in the head.
You think?
I'm keeping my composure, and I like, thank you so much. It's nice to hear compliments from people.
You know your heart was
That is when you know I am on live provincial TV. I am a fucking pro, people.
Quote, I am a fucking pro, people.
It's weird because I can't keep my fucking act together when I'm around like 6 or 7 people for an open mic.
Is it just me or are you off camera?
No, I guess it might be just you. I'm on.
All I see is your shoulder.
Oh, it might have just froze for you.
Anyway. Oh, there you go, Jingles. All right, I see it.
Oh God.
Sorry about that.
So all right. So that was a fun story. All right, back to what you were saying. I just wanted to interfere with the elf thing.
Oh man.
So
we go from a bear busting into how Coop got the name Jingles.
Anyways, okay. So go on about your deer story. You have a lot of deer.
All right, I have too many deer stories. So, by the way, can I just say something real quick about deer? If there are 1 or 20 of them, the word deer, it's already pluralized. Deers is not a word if we're talking about being politically or what did they say? Correct English or?
That is true because a bunch of deer, right? It's still plural with a bunch of them, right?
Deer is always pluralized, and there's a few other animals around that are already again pluralized.
Okay.
Like turkey.
Turkeys. So
turkeys. Excuse me. Look at my dick.
Oh, I'm glad the camera's on me.
Oh yeah, it's back on me, buddy. Woohoo! Suck deep. No, I'm kidding. That was wrong. I'm sorry. I didn't mean that.
See, this is why I love Google Hangout. The camera went right to you when you talked. All right. So now I'm in graphics.
Sorry, one more time. Sorry about the nuts, people.
All right. So, you also, I think, had a raccoon story that you had to tell.
This was something out of a nightmare. This was worse than the bear. Wow. Believe it or not. Well, that particular story. So my cousin Steph was up. It was the two of us, right? And all of a sudden, in the very corner of the property, we see, we didn't know what it was. We were trying to figure out what it was. This thing's got a huge hump on his back. This is the biggest raccoon I've ever seen in my life, okay? So it's all the way in the corner of the property, all right? So this thing starts walking, like walking. It's not running or anything like that. It comes down Matthews, which is the street where you would turn, it's our street before you turn onto my, down my driveway. So it bangs her right down, the driveway. So my cousin and I was outside having a cigarette. And all of a sudden, she snaps a picture, and Coop, this thing takes off. I mean, hauling ass. Starts barking the whole nine. Imagine a raccoon barking. And this is on YouTube. If anybody listening wants to type in barking raccoons, rabid raccoons. So, anyway, at this, for some reason, I had my cane, right? When I'm walking, I'm walking with a cane. So, for obvious reasons. But, so anyway, this thing starts barking, runs up the front deck steps, right? So I kind of like guided my cousin into the house, right? Because I didn't know what to expect.
Jesus Christ.
And I don't remember jumping up onto like the bench because I can't jump like that anymore. I felt like I just like levitated up on and was just there. So now I have my cane backwards, right? And this thing comes up and I swing, and the way it moved, it just shattered its leg, right? I'm like, oh man. This thing runs across over to the studio door, right? And it's sniffing around, still barking the whole time, right? So it comes running back up, and the whole time my cousin's like, would you get in here? And I'm thinking in my head, my neighbor next door, there's kids around, like this thing's rabid as hell and it's going to hurt someone. So this time, dude, I'm swinging for the fences. I got this thing turned around. It goes from the ground all the way up to the bench, right? And Coop, I'm telling you, I connected with this fucker.
Wow.
Right in the head. Now, this head should have went over the roof of this studio across the driveway. Didn't even phase the thing. It barely moved, okay?
Wow.
Insane. So now this thing runs back over here to the studio. And then it runs back up the driveway next door. Loops around to the next house. This thing's still running and barking. It was just insane. So at this point, I called 911. They believed this story, and they got me in touch with animal control, letting them know that there's a rabid raccoon. Now, just so you know, if something becomes rabid, they have about 3 to 5 days to live. And this was, it was in full zombie mood, dude. It wasn't. If you would have done this to a grown bear, it would have like phased him and be like, yo, all right, you got me. That one hurt, dude. This was a really big raccoon, but to hit it that hard and it barely be phased and just keep running, that was insane.
Yeah.
So what happened with the actual raccoon, I have no idea because it just kept running and barking and eventually it stopped. But, so let me tell one more story because I got a billion deer stories.
Yeah,
but,
first of all, like I think I've came across raccoon in the garbage where they're like hissing and that. But I like
they make weird noises, but barking, yes, indigo, that was insane. Absolutely.
Yeah. In a situation where a thing is rapid and it's around children and that, it's it's like I guess you're trying to protect yourself from getting bitten, right? So.
Well, that too, because who feels like going through all that madness? Like what it's like just if a regular animal, just a rabies shot or something like that, or just to be safe. But so anyway, to end this on a lighter note, I don't know. Are you familiar with Digby, my buddy, the deer?
Digby the deer. You have a bunch of them, but I can't. Digby is the one that is he the one that went on your porch and almost went in your door?
That's it. Apparently, you already heard the story. He actually knocked. Kick, kick, kick. He's like, come on, Ray Rock, come feed us, come play with me. So I answered the door. Sure enough, I pulled a regular door open right over here.
Okay. That door.
That door. I opened the door, and he's kicking at, the screen door over there. So, I opened the door, and he's just standing there, and, doing, like, these deals, like, as to say, come on, come outside. So, so I come out, I'm just rubbing his head, and he's walking with me, you know what I mean? Like it's your dog or something like that, Went in, got him food,
wait, this thing is wild. You're rubbing its head and it's following you around?
Oh, he's my buddy. Digby's my buddy. Oh, thank you.
That is freaking fantastic. How just
it's bananas, dude. Are you leaving right now? Oh, that is awesome news.
I'm
yeah, I know, but
I'm not sure what's going on here.
wait, I'm live right now. I can't talk about. What is this? Oh man, I got brownies.
Oh, nice.
I told you I'm on the tasty cake diet. I'll see you very shortly. All right.
Oh, nice. You got brownies. I'm jealous.
I got brownies, dude. I gotta try these brownies.
Well, I'm on my diet right now. For everybody that's wondering,
I have a few extra for you, Coop.
but we gotta continue off with the weird news because we gotta continue off with the podcast. We gotta wrap this up soon. Here's one weird news that I found. Do you guys appreciate sword swallowers?
That's insane, man. I don't even know how that's possible.
Yeah, I don't know how these sword swallowers like fucking manage. Like, first of all, it's so fucking dangerous to even do that. But
I know they got magnets.
Oh, okay. That Vaseline, I think, magnets, or I'm not sure, but there is a Ripley's Believe It or Not contestant or a person that did a sword swallowing with a 180-degree blade.
Say what?
That's right. So this guy had he had a blade that was curved 180 degrees, and he swallowed it.
I'm trying to imagine this. 180 degrees. So
imagine a blade straight, not 90 degrees, but 180.
All right, Coop.
I mean, why the fuck would you even do that in the first place?
All right, so here we go. Here's a straight katana sword blade. He's using something similar to this, correct?
He's using probably something similar, but it's turned.
Now you're telling me this thing's bent 180 degrees?
Yes.
And he opened his mouth and swallowed this sucker?
Yes. Apparently, he is one of the 2 people in the world that can do that now.
Two other idiots tried this?
I don't fucking know. Apparently, people 90 degrees is bad enough. Where it's turned.
I would think no degrees is bad. Look at this, dude. Are you kidding me?
Yeah.
This in your body, not cutting your esophagus and all that shit.
I'm gonna show you this replay.
I'm sorry. That is my bad. Don't say that.
What?
Sorry.
What did I do?
No, it wasn't you. I was talking to somebody else.
Okay. Let me. Oh my god. Anyways, but anyway, sword swallowing, fucking dangerous. Weird enough that this guy swallowed a 180-degree curved blade into his stomach. All right.
That is a wicked curve. Is this on YouTube?
Yes.
These brownies are delicious, by the way, man.
I will. We'll go like off air after. Maybe we should do like something bonus feature. We should do like some bonus things where we watch some like crazy videos and put it on our Patreon or something like that.
Can we do that?
Yeah, we can do whatever you guys want. I mean, if you guys want to see more back scene stuff, then we'll do that. But I've got one.
I'm a fan of the show, and I want to see it. How come my opinion doesn't count? Coop, why?
I've got one other new thing I want to add. So this is a thing I want to call my dummy of the week. All right. There's always.
It's not me. I'm not. Can I be the inaugural? No, go ahead. I'm playing.
So there's always dummies out there that do dumb things. So this is my dummy of the week. 2 burglars tried using a blowtorch to open an ATM and try and steal money. Instead, what they did is ended up sealing the ATM instead.
Yes, talk about instant karma and idiocracy. Are you kidding me? A blowtorch. That is great. Please tell me they spent a couple nights in jail just for... if I was cops, I'd arrest them just to laugh at them. Like, you
I actually don't know the full story of what happened to them, but I think I've got the Where is it here? The burglar suspects turn out to actually. Oh no, that's the deer one. Anyways, but either way, that is my dummy of the week. It said it was one guy had a crowbar and one guy had a blowtorch, and instead of taking and cutting a hole in the ATM, they ended up stealing it instead to make sure the money was safe.
That's funny as shit.
So there's my dummy of the week.
That is definitely the dummy of the week. Oh my god. Sealed it shut. That is great.
Oh man. So anyways, I think we've reached about an hour long in this podcast, and that's all the weird news that I have. If you guys have if you actually guys have any weird news that you want us to mention on the podcast, send it to any of us, myself, Ray Rock, or Dayton. Right? So
right.
I think we want
exactly, Indigo. That was instant karma right there. 100% agreed. I don't know if I said that or not, but I agree with that. The dude with the blowtorch, the idiot, the moron of the week. Oh, that is. Sorry. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
Hey, we're I think we've come down to the end of the episode this week. I mean, like we've done a great job holding down the fort. Yeah, you always do a great job, Ray Rock, as always. At least we got your technical. Well, I mean, we've got tons of replay of the camera taking a slide down we got to see a little bit of the drum kit, so that's pretty cool.
Oh my god! Not in the way I would have liked to have shown them, but
hey, well, I think you do have footage if you guys want to check out Ray Rock's drum kits in that. In fact, he had a. What was the little kid that was playing the drums, rocking the drums?
My niece Scarlett, dude. She sat down. I would love to do, something just like a small clip of playing, but I got to figure out how to record it without it. It's hard to explain. Like the electronic drums are so much easier because all the sound it's like it's coming out of an amp, so it's concentrated. With these, I mean, when you start banging around these cymbals, it all just sounds tinny. You know what I mean? And you'd have no idea what I was doing. It would make no sense.
It's also because you also got to put your foot down on the pedals to make sure that the levels are when you hit it, right? So.
Well, that's another thing. It's funny with the bass. You can't hear unless you have headphones on. Even with I noticed. Now, see, I rarely watch any of my shit back. That I just record and post. But that I was just curious how. So, yeah. Because wait, no. So anyway, I don't know how I got there, but anyway, my niece comes in, and she sits down. And she goes, "Uncle Ray, can I play the drums?" I'm like, "Of course, Scarlett." She sits down and just grabbed two of the same sticks, and I got sticks galore over here. I got like. Specialty sticks over here.
Oh yeah.
And my regular drumsticks right there. So, Mom, she's not colorblind like me, but she just grabs two like she's been doing it for years, right? Two of the same sticks, which already impressed, and she starts tapping around. I'm like, damn, that's actually in time, I just figured a lot of noise was about to come. Nope. It's in the blood, man, I'm telling you. This girl's going to be a little rock star.
That's good to hear.
But it was so adorable, man. I mean, nothing cuter than a 3-year-old playing the drums. It's heartwarming, and she's a little headbanger.
Nice, little rock star.
My girl.
Well, that does it for this episode of the Morning Glory Podcast. Ray Rock, any last words from you that you want to mention to everybody? I'm sure. Shout out to Dayton. I'm sure he's watching us in spirit.
Yeah, Day, we love you, brother. I hope you're having fun on your holiday. And again, please give your pops a hug, for me, and hope he's having a great birthday or had a great birthday.
And why don't you give yourself, Ray Rock, a little plug where people can find you, as always?
Usually I use Twitter, guys. You know me. I'm at RayRock421, and I'm there. If you want to read a little, go ahead, Coop.
We tried changing your name, right?
We tried. It didn't work for me, but it worked for you guys. I seen that.
So wait. So somebody already has Ray Rock 420?
No one has the name. Makes no sense. It will not let me change the handle.
Huh. I gotta. We'll figure it out.
Even if somebody didn't know, I guess that would be confusing. But usually, I thought they just go by the @ thing, like whatever, at RayRock421. Like, I don't know, dude. I really don't know.
That's why I tried. It's always different for some people with different things. But anyway, we try getting him changed. It maybe down the road he'll get changed. On myself, I'm actually just going to the gym. So it's like if you guys want to hit me up, probably just I don't know. It takes me a while sometimes to respond to messages because I try to avoid stuff right now in the summer.
Coop?
I've gone from 225 pounds to this morning. I weighed myself. I'm at 213. So
good for you.
I'm gonna be. My goal is 180 to 100.
80. I seen that.
180 to 175 pounds.
Because I dropped to 180 for real.
I'm trying to. I mean, like that's where I used to be. Because I want to try and make sure that I don't have to double chin anymore, kind of thing. So.
Well, here you go. Here's some of my metabolism. Maybe we can switch up a little bit because I could just, you know what? I'm not even going to go there.
For me, it's all about staying away from carbs and sweets right now. Carbs, sweets, and soda, beer.
I'm such an asshole. I'm sorry for eating these brownies in front of you, dude.
Don't worry. No, actually, did you know chocolate is actually pretty healthy? Apparently, there's a recipe that I showed you. It was like a s'mores cake or something like that with chocolate with only like 50.
Oh my god, it looks so good.
57 calories in it. I'm like, what? Anyways, so I'm gonna work with a bunch of recipes and try and figure that out. We've got some fun episodes coming up. Ray Rock, I think, is still hosting episode 69. Is that correct?
I would like to, Coop.
So make sure you get the word about that. That's gonna be a fun episode.
Yeah, it is.
I don't know what episode Dayton wants to do next on his show. But make sure if you guys
on his show, Coop, you're such a kind man. Just here you go. You can host, no problem.
Yeah. Whoop-de-doo. I talk.
Whoop-de-doo, as it matters.
Anyways, make sure. Thank you everybody who is in the chat room with us live. Indigo, as always.
Indigo, you're awesome. I love you.
And to anybody that wants to like keep us going, Patreon for as little as $1 a month really helps.
Guys, it's really not hard. Just click on the link, and his Patreon link will be right there. $1 a month ain't a bad deal. And
yeah, I mean, there's stuff that you can get for $1 a month on there that you can't get anywhere else. You can watch Taste the Strain episodes if you guys are campus lovers out there like myself. You can see all 2 seasons of that. You can see some of my stand-up comedy from the very beginning of when I started it. So I'm starting to actually lower down some of my older stand-up sets to $1 a month. You guys can go check that out. We are doing podcasts like this behind the scenes. We're doing it for live chat for people like you guys. So there's more benefits I like to do for my Patreon members. But it's all about just organize it and make sure you guys are messaging me what you guys want as well. So from myself, Dayton, wherever he is, and from Ray Rock, we want to thank you for joining this episode of the Morning.
Hey, dude, thanks. I'm glad we did this. Missed day, but
Hey, well, we'll see you again next week, right?
That's right.
The return of Dayton. Well, will be next episode. Thanks everybody for joining us, and catch us on the replay.
I love you guys. You know that. Peace.